Hey, welcome back to Blueprints. Last time we made it through the chapel and into the dining room, and this time we will continue exploring on day 2. No idea where today's exploration will lead us, and I hope that it was actually a wise choice to cut the episode where I did, obviously, but let's see if there's anything else in here. Obviously, we do know that once we reach the almost the furthest north part of the mansion, that there will be dinner served here. I'm guessing this would be useful, assuming that we can actually basically restore all our steps. Maybe we get 50 because in the, what was it, the pantry, obviously they talked about how many bananas and, was it oranges they wanted to have? Yeah, oranges, bananas, apples, yeah. So probably worth around 50 steps is my guess. Do I want to go to the west? I only have one key, so I have to make a count, and statistically we are less likely to get rooms with keys going to the west and the north. I don't like that everything uses a key here. I maybe should have actually gotten the locksmith, but alas, it's too late. Give me something good. The passageway costs 2 gems. The bunk room would give us a lot of steps. That doesn't actually do anything. And the bed, yeah, we have to take the passageway. It's the only one that actually does anything for us. Please have no locked doors. This one's locked. This one's obviously not here. Great. No, wait, it's open. Neat. The weight room loses half, or gymnasium loses 2 whenever I enter. Archives are bad, obviously, because it's going to make exploration a lot harder. We had that one last time. Losing half now or losing 2 whenever I enter? The weight room gives us more options though. And this is only a one-time thing. I'm gonna actually take the weight room then. I feel like this is more efficient. 17, and also if whenever we draw a bedroom we actually get more because we have the nursery. So I have like a good chance to actually still make it out of the mansion here at some point. All those dumbbells. They sure are dumb. Time's always ticking. And there are some great drawings as always. We do have the security door is locked by electronic key card. We either need the key card or we would have to disable this somehow. Can I continue or is this locked? I can continue. Is there a way to properly see whether or not something's locked before looking there? We could buy items. We could get the aquarium. Or just utility. I feel like utility plus is probably the wisest choice because we can maybe disable this if we power down. Assuming that the settings from the security room still count. Keycard entry system. Turn that one off. Does that work? The way I assume? It doesn't appear to be powered on. Okay, I was incorrect then. We cannot do it this way. We obviously can't open this door from this side. That is quite a pain. I'm gonna leave for now. I feel like we can't really make progress here. Just checking, is there anything I could have picked? This one's locked. Okay, great. Wait, does that mean that we are done now? I thought this wasn't locked. Okay, wait, it's just some of... It's a corridor that has no locked ways. Okay, that explains it. Okay, then we are kinda locked out of the entire game again. Should maybe not have ended the episode there. Then, I don't know. I guess we can just start a new expedition anyway. That's too bad, actually. I misunderstood how corridors and stuff work. Wait, this is not locked? Okay, that's not too bad then. Those 2 are obviously awful. Aquarium. It gives us 5 more steps because it technically is a bedroom. Right? Yeah, +5. Neat. Oh, very lovely. Gross fish. I'm sadly not a fish expert, but I would say they don't really want to archive stuff normally. Or work in offices. It's kind of cute how they have their own little paintings here. But it's kind of sad that you're kept alone. Nobody, especially because like all of the other aquariums have like a lot of fish in there. Aren't they feeding the fish properly? I mean, nobody's working here for a month. Nothing hidden inside? No. I hope this one isn't locked. Do I want to go further north first? We could also check the passageway. I want to see if we can create like a connection. No, this is locked. Please let me go through. Okay. Observatory? The wine cellar? Boudoir would be another bedroom. This has a gem requirement though, and we also want to draft the observatory multiple times in theory. This one would give more steps, but we don't really need too many more steps. We do not have a gem though, so boudoir. It's okay. Only path forward is this one, I guess. Oh, and we even saved a step because we had the shoe symbol there. I'm guessing this is how that works. Christmas? With a wooden... Is that supposed to be a wooden tree? I mean, all trees are technically wood, but you know that, I hope you know what I mean. It very much looks solid. I don't know if it's just the art style or if this is intentional, that is like a very artificial tree here. Multiple paintings? Do you have a safe? Why did you open this? Like, who gives a safe like this? I mean, maybe I'm just not rich enough to understand this problem here. Is there something important on this painting? Wait a second. Is this here? Yeah, those are the same windows. So safe would have been around here. By the way, I'm still disappointed that I've still not found any locks I can break. Don't know why I'm just getting unlucky here. More shoes. Oh. Safe. I do not know about the code though. I'm gonna write that down into the mechanical thing, that there's a safe that I need. This room. That's right. Safe needs code. Will be interesting to see where we can learn about a code. I hope there's not an obvious one hidden inside of the picture here. That would be silly if that were the case. You did get a lot of presents though. Can I see something in the shadows? I don't know. That's probably just part of the tree. Like a light bulb. But they do look different. Right in the tree's shadow obviously falls over there. Might just be like a directional thing. There's a mirror. But otherwise I feel like we are kind of stuck here. Can I pick something else up? No. Important. But this is a neat hint that they're showing us that there is a safe somewhere. Sinclair Co. Everything is made by them, right? I'm guessing it's just a short form for like Sinclair, right? And that everything is just made by their own company. Which is reasonable. Can I continue? Yeah, courtyard. Can't go in here. We have the guest bedroom, which would give us a lot of steps. But then we're locked in. Courtyard we can't enter. Lavatory we can't enter. So we can at least go here still and check out one last room. We only rank 7, rank 8 would have been amazing. If we had like one more gem, right, going to the right, would have gotten the prize in the dining room. And also could have continued. Well, too bad. Guest bedroom it is. Maybe there's some lore hidden here. Quite nautical decor. No, it's a choice. Ooh, Sinclair. Just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait though, as I always enjoyed your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. Don't know who that is. Gonna write down those names. So there was Lord Evanson. Did we had that name already? I almost feel like we've heard that name before, but I'm not sure right now. Gonna write that down, just in case. Also, there is the billiard room with a puzzle. It's a mathematical puzzle, and you don't know to need to know the rules of dart. I mean, I barely know them. I just know that you throw a dart. I'm guessing that's really important. Like, there are different scores and stuff. A gem. Now we get the gem. Now I'm feeling kind of trolled by the game. I guess that's on me though. There isn't like any secret we can check out, right? Nothing else. Can't open the dresser. Dessert? Yeah, I always want to think about food when I go to bed. And a fan. What's the sheep doing here? Everything else seems rather nautical. And again, a big pawn up there. And a d20. I mean, kind of. I mean, it's more like, you know, the edges are connected. Just a frame. There's like a mathematical term for it, but I always forget. What is this? Dodecahedron, I think, right? Something. Would make sense, right? Do and deca for 2 and 10. So, yeah, I guess we're kind of locked in now. Aquarium is the only path out, and this one was a locked door. So, yeah, I guess this is the end of this expedition today. Passageway also needs a key. There wasn't any room we can continue in, right? Always blocked. Spare room, yeah. But we've made a lot more progress than last time, which I do like. So the question is the garage actually a room that we can draft? Or is it a room like outside of the mansion? Because if it's outside, then we can at least do something with the keys. And we're losing money again. Okay, I know this might be stupid, but there's something I want to test. 1, 0. Okay, you're just running out of money. You cannot lose more than you like. If you have to enter, then you just don't pay. Which is a system, yeah. I mean, it's a lot nicer than being completely blocked just because you're running out of money, right? You already have like the mechanic with the steps, so I can understand why you wouldn't want to double down on that getting thrown out mechanic. However, that might work later on. Good old car and a cart filled with coal, imagine. I think I've paid attention to those paintings before. Well then. It might be time. Anyway, that was... No, it just seems to be like some sort of backplate, basically. I thought maybe it's like a weird vent I could go through, but... You know, alas, sometimes you just can hope and get your dreams crushed. Oh, it's a bedroom. I was wondering by the... Well, I got steps there, but obviously makes sense. Also, should be getting rather late, I'm assuming. Where's the clock? Ah, it's like 3 PM, that's fine. Now let's see if I can actually figure out if there's a garage here somewhere. And I also want to see if I can maybe get up here somehow. I'm assuming that I can't. Yeah, I can't actually see the mansion from the side for the most part. Ah, those bushes. They're too high. Where would... Okay, this still costs me a step to do this. I do not have any coins to make a wish. Still don't know why I want to do that. I can't break through here. There's probably a specific key I need. That would probably let me go down here, or was I down here before? Because I did see a little bit of a pathway over there. So, power and telephone lines, I'm assuming. Going into the mountains. Oh, just a shadow? Oh, over there. Wait a second, I've not been down here today. Just checking, I don't assume that there's going to be a way forward that I missed last time. Just quickly checking. Right, if I'm getting like a key here, then I could at least continue somewhat, but I don't expect there to be one. Last time we've been inside of this tunnel a little bit, but we couldn't make any progress and it's just dark. Ah, yes, the darkness. It beckons me. Oh. But it doesn't seem like there's any way for us to currently turn on the torches or move any of the crates. I'm assuming as we make progress that we might be able to do that. Would be weird to just have this path there. Maybe it's just like a shortcut halfway into the mansion at some point. And again, it's kind of weird that we got the garage keys, or like not the garage keys, but the keys to the car. Okay, it's not really weird, it's just, you know, the way it worked out. And obviously this is completely leaving this state, so we can't continue there. Okay, I feel like we've seen everything then. Because we can't open like the security door over there. Look at all those birds. Run! Run, you fools. One last trip. We still can't enter here to get like more food. What's burning there? I'm not like an expert when it comes to orchard. Are they there to... Wait a second. They come from like this building here. There's like some piping going into the ground, so maybe they are connected, or it's just like to shoo away all the birds that are coming close. Maybe they don't like the smell. It's like my theory here. Can't climb up here, okay. Just checking, you know, one last check before I end the day. I really hope that I didn't miss like a garage door somewhere that I could have used. Would have been silly of me. That's just part of the texturing. One last trip and then I'm gonna end the day. It's just a private drive, yeah. And again, we can't enter this one. You know what? I'm gonna go to utility closet again if I can. Might be able to, and then might even be able to leave. Maybe we can, if we turn off everything, enter like one of those rooms at least. So I would still have to go to the right. Where was the closet? Oh, about there. Ah, yeah. No, wait, I have to go through the passageway. So dining room and then left. I can do that. I am great at navigating, by the way. I totally will be able to do that. Okay. Also, I just thought about this. If I always enter and exit the bedroom, which one is it? Oh, it's just a regular bedroom. Can I get more steps using my shoes? I don't know how that mechanically works. I hope they have accounted for that, because I really don't want to have to abuse that at some point, or like see the option to do it, because that would obviously lead to some very unfun game patterns, I'm gonna call them. Just making sure that I didn't miss anything here. Okay. Gym off, the dark room on, the garage on. Wait a second. What did I turn off here? No, it's the weight room, it's not the gymnasium. I should have actually printed that one. And the dark room has power now. Now I want to visit the dark room again. Have to go through the chapel. Okay. I should have thought about that earlier. I did not pay attention because I was distracted. Yeah, through this lower way here. And then I want to see what happens here. Okay, it's light again, ruining all the pictures. Okay. That's a way to do this. They're making pictures of something. I mean, themselves? They have like this camera here that they developed, I'm assuming. A lot of film standing around. Any of you not ruined? I'm guessing all of them are completely ruined. I'm guessing it's the Mr. Sinclair here. There's a heart on here. In the orchard. I'm guessing I'm not gonna get a key here. You're also developing photos you're using in the paintings. Some of them are definitely doubled. It's like one of those cameras. The lockpick. If only I had found that one earlier. It's painting again. They're developing the same painting multiple times. Different techniques. I can see a lot more here. Okay, an alarm of sorts. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Okay. I mean, HS is obviously Herbert as Sinclair. No, we did write down that name. So I'm guessing this is his wife on the photo. I would actually have to write down a family tree at some point, I'm assuming. Might be important for some puzzle. Anything else in here? I mean, I did get the lockpick, which gives us the opportunity to try out the passageway and aquarium if we have enough steps. We have 9. It's barely doable, assuming that I can open one of those and get like a bedroom. I mean, it's only one room, but it would be great if the lockpick works, because we were really unlucky last time with like the 2 that it didn't work on. You have like more of those alarms. There's some writing on there. Is this the dining room? I mean, it looks similar. Right, we have like the same, I guess, cupboard there. Some writing, but what's that writing about? Really can't make it out. I'm assuming you're also not supposed to? Sure, we're developing a lot of paintings here. Also, it's like 4 p.m. Time is always ticking forward. Well, I do know that I should probably pay attention to the breakout room next time. It's a little bit more. Now I'm not allowed to make any mistakes, otherwise I do not get a chance to open any of the rooms. So let's go forward. Maybe I get lucky and get like another step in, or like an additional step. Yeah, that's the only way. Yeah, dining room. Okay, I saved one. So I'm gonna start over here. Please, lockpick. It worked. The gymnasium, we turned that one off. Security needs a gem, or the laboratory. Security doesn't actually help us. we've already had that one, but laboratory? It also just brings us over to the other room we've already been in, but it's at least one new room. Yeah, and the door just opens. It's nice that we don't have to double use a key. We've not been in here, right? Periodic table of elements. Anything out of the ordinary that I can see? I'm not the biggest expert, but it seems to be quite normal, right? I can at least not see anything that would be out of the ordinary here. I think. Is there a Y? To be fair, there's only the shortened version that you always see, right? Where you cut out like the middle part here. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense then. I was kind of confused by all of this. Obviously, you know, stuff like silver and gold are not on the standard table, right? Not that I'm an expert of any sort when it comes to chemistry, right? It's been over a decade since I last had any class, so... Even though it was a big part of my school life, because I decided so, probably was a bad decision though. Anyway, let's just read. I typically work over at Sinclair Labs, but got sent over here for a month to assist more with the new turbine tests. There's more is important and Kimberly Thompson. They did make turbine tests. For the past 3 days, I have been unable to find a laboratory on the state. Today was the first success on that front. Can anyone tell me if it's this typical? Oh, if this is typical, and if so, how do you get any work done? Before I arrived, I was briefed on the way the doors work, but I must admit, I did not expect to be excluded from my new workstation for the first week. Any tips from my fellow technicians would be appreciated. No tips though. You just have to deal with this. I do like that this is just like the canon way this mansion seems to work. Steps. More equipment. A deer? Why is the deer connected to... Why is the red string connected like this? The deer is connected to the theater. I'm gonna start like a red string page. A deer to theater. We do have those hexagons that are connected. I have no idea how we would even describe this. I mean, they're pinned together somehow. And there's some different shards here. Oh? Okay, I'm gonna take like some notes here. I'm sorry, this will probably be slightly cut for you guys. Wait a second, I can actually be smart about this. Let me take a screenshot here real quick. And open that one in Paint. I know you can't see that. But if I copy it in, then I can probably make short work of this without actually taking real notes. Okay, periodic table of elements. The one is the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. No, wait, it's 6. It's PU. The second... How many letters are there? I will probably cut this slightly. Okay, I did write it all down. So it's PUSHTHRE EUPAFTERNINE. First thing is obviously, this is just like something I can read. Like the first word would probably be push, which would be connected the first 3 ones. Oh wait, push 3 path. If I pass it slightly different, I'm gonna write it all down in like one line. Because then it kind of makes sense. Push 3 up after 9. 3 up after 9? 3 up after 9. Where's 9? Wait. Enter. Oh, we can actually read a lot of stuff. Experiment setup. In the laboratory, you are free to experiment by testing and combining different mechanics to create an original and unique house feature that will last until the end of the day. Whenever we draft an archive on, something happens. Set your dice to 2. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. Whenever you spend 2 or more games, set your steps to 40. It's always when I draft something, so that doesn't actually help me here because I'm done with drafting for today. Research logs. No experiments found. Research logs will be available the day after an experiment has been performed. So I can get logs from my experiments, house experiment. There are no experiments in progress. This is the one that I'm setting up here. Log into network. Push 3 up after 9. I guess it's not just 93. Incorrect password. Thought so. Exit. Okay, that's all I can do here. Oh, writing. Effective immediately, electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. Okay. This is an important note. I should write down. So, email only via security. This is where we are getting all of the info, and we do know about 2 terminals in security and laboratory. So this is some of that. This machine requires additional power pipe from the boiler room. We only have the furnace. Dang. Okay. Laboratory machine needs power from boiler. Okay, I'm seeing the paths this game wants me to take to go for some experiments. I don't really know what this arrow means. I also don't really know why. What am I supposed to push? Like, I can't just push 9 and 3 on my keyboard and something happens, right? But this has been certainly an experience. I do not know what I'm supposed to do with this yet, but I do have the message. I just don't know what they're referring to, where I have to push 3 up after 9. There's not really anything I can push here, right? I don't even know where I would push. That's the one where they were complaining about not reaching here. Oh wait, push 3 up after 9. So you would go for 9 and then 3. You just need power. Right? That's the whole issue, because this experiment doesn't work. Maybe it's connected to that one. I'm gonna write it down. Connected to machine in lab? Question mark. I have no idea. Certainly an experiment though, let's be honest. Okay then. Heating and cooling curves. Melting point, a complete thaw. At atmospheric pressure of 93 kilopascal in the Mount Holly freezer. This is in Celsius, which is nice. I can't actually figure out how Fahrenheit works, so that's good enough. H2O melting point at different pressure levels. 0 room temperatures here. Yeah, 20 degrees makes sense. Complete thaw. by Randolph M. Another name that might be important, you know? That one more. Is this Randolph Moore? Because we do know about a Moore in the previous one, so I'm gonna write that down, that it might be Randolph Moore who was working on the turbines. Right? We can just read the text again. They were working on turbines. Yeah, is this more... What kind of turbine were they testing here though? I feel like every single time I look around I find like one more thing to interact with. It's just really fascinating in some of the rooms. I really like this feeling. I feel like next time I enter here I might even see even more that I have kinda missed here. Are they just telling me that we should change like the pressure? Wait. PPT? Parts per thousand? What are they talking about? I don't know what the measurement means in here. I should probably Google that between recording sessions, which should be quite possible. What they're trying to do. Anyway, this is the last room we can explore this time around, because otherwise all of the rooms lock us out of progression. Which isn't actually the worst thing in the world. We've learned a lot, and it doesn't like... Again, they did say that we have to figure out the solution to this puzzle in a timely manner, but again, there is no real deadline, which I do appreciate. That means that I am actually quite willing to just explore for now. And I hope there's not like one day where they're suddenly telling us, hey, you only have like 5 more days to reach the last room. That would be rather silly in my opinion. Anyway, I've checked out everything multiple times. I hope this is everything I need. And like the push up makes more sense if you see the levels, because, you know, push up the 9 after 3, or like no, push up 3 after 9, so 9 first and the 3 for this machine. Whatever this machine even does, I have no idea, but we need to find the boiler room first. But I have it in my notes. Now, I kind of want to see what happens if I run out of steps, because we did not see that the last time. And 0 steps. Okay, we're just falling over. You have used all your steps and must call it a day. You have pushed yourselves at the very edge of exhaustion and must now return to your campsite to get some rest. You can continue your search tomorrow. However, the house might be a little different. Well, what a nice message to end this episode on. Oh wait, there's still the recap what we had. We had 26 rooms, a 7th rank reach, which is quite far in actually, in 72 steps. To be fair, we did run around a lot. 70 new rooms of those 26, that's not too bad in my opinion, learning a lot of stuff. 6 bedrooms, well, the Mount Hardy Inn. Anyway, I would say this has been a lovely new recording session. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed it. Anyway, I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Have a good one. Until next time, and bye-bye.